Please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Tornadoes. This is CTN, a Clearwater digital media production. Today is Thursday, January 10th. My name is David Moore. Today we have your latest school, local, and national news. So stay tuned because CTN starts now. In your headline news, President Donald Trump is taking the shutdown battle to the U.S.-Mexico border, seeking to bolster his case for the border wall after negotiations with Democrats blew up over his funding demands. Trump stalked out of his meeting with congressional leaders. Quote, "I said bye-bye," he tweeted soon after, as efforts to end the partial government shutdown fell into deeper disarray. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers now face lost paychecks on Friday. During his stop Thursday in McAllen, Texas, Trump will visit a Border Patrol station for a roundtable on immigration and border security and will get a security briefing on the border. But Trump has expressed his own doubts that his appearance and remarks will change any minds, as he seeks $5.7 billion for the wall that has been his signature promise since his presidential campaign. McAllen is located in the Rio Grande Valley, the busiest part of the border for illegal border crossings. The unraveling talks prompted further speculation about whether Trump will declare a national emergency and try to authorize his own wall on his own if Congress won't approve his money-seeking. In other news, former governor and current U.S. Senator Rick Scott violated a former state election official's constitutional rights when he suspended and vilified her without first allowing her to make her own case. A Florida federal judge ruled Wednesday. U.S. District Judge Mark Walker said newly inaugurated Governor Ron DeSantis must grant former Broward County Elections Supervisor Brenda Snipes a meaningful opportunity to be heard regarding her suspension by March 31st. Snipes came under fire during the contentious recount that followed the 2018 elections and a legally required recount in close races for governor and U.S. Senate. In the aftermath of the November election, Snipes said she would resign on January 4th, but Scott immediately suspended her. Snipes then attempted to rescind her resignation and challenged the governor's suspension as malicious and politically motivated. Now to Skylar Negron with your school news.
I'm Skylar Negron with your school news. Senior fees are now $100, so be sure to pay up. Are you looking for a spring sport to play? Clearwater High School will field both boys and girls lacrosse teams this spring. Lacrosse is like hockey but played outside on grass. From beginner to expert, CHS Lacrosse is looking for both boys and girls that are interested in playing this fast-paced, action-packed sport for the spring. Practices start January 28th. There will be an informational meeting January 14th during both lunches and after school in room C11. See Coach Melvin in room C11 for more information. Do you have a 3.0 grade point average? Are you interested in exploring future professional careers while earning a high school degree or college credit during this senior year? Don't pass up the opportunity to apply for the district-wide executive internship program. Information and applications can be found online at the Executive Internship Program website. Find the link on the Clearlight. Any student interested in playing tennis this year should stop by Ms. Biddle's office and pick up the athletic paperwork. There will be a track and field interest meeting Tuesday, January 15th after school in C11. Clearwater High School has been invited to a special performance of the Broadway musical Hamilton at the Strata Center in Tampa on March 7th. A limited number of students' tickets are available for only $10. Thanks to a partnership with the Gilder Letterman Institute of American History. Students must be enrolled in a social studies class such as U.S. History or U.S. Government and are required to complete a project based on founding documents. If you are interested in participating, please stop by Pod 9 to see Ms. Hipple or email her at hipplem@pcsb.org. The JV girls basketball team beat Countryside Cougars last night 42-19. Sam Bosetti and Isa Seklovich and Haley Mann each shared 10 points. The varsity team also took the win last night 52-41. Ali Head scored 7 points and Ayana George followed her with 16. Catch both teams tonight at home against Bogosiega. Game time is 6:15 and admission is $4.
I'm Ian Gibson with this week's Sports Corner. This past Wednesday, the Clemson Tigers matched up against the Alabama Crimson Tide once again in the College Football National Championship, with the Tigers crushing Alabama 44-16. It is the third championship in Clemson school history and their second in 3 years. It is also the worst loss suffered by Alabama under head coach Nick Saban's tenure. With the NFL wildcard ending last weekend, the divisional round is now set, with this Saturday's slate having the Indianapolis Colts travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs on the AFC side, and the NFC side having the high-powered LA Rams against the Dallas Cowboys. And for this Sunday's games, we'll hold the New England Patriots against the LA Chargers for the AFC, and for the NFC side having the resurgent Eagles play against the New Orleans Saints. And in the same news of the NFL, the Tampa Bay Bucks have hired their new head coach. Bruce Arians has been hired to become the new head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for next season. Bruce Arians was formerly the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals and former offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers for their Super Bowl victory in 2009. The Tampa Bay Lightning will end a short homestand tonight as they look to keep a strong hold of the Atlantic Division and add to an NHL best 68 points, playing against the Carolina Hurricanes tonight at Amalie Arena. Now back to the desk.
And finally, to identify the burglary suspect who broke into a closed Florida police station and ate an officer's chicken dinner, detectives didn't need to lift fingerprints or get DNA from the discarded meal. The ID cards authorities say the suspect left behind did the trick. If any students or teachers would like to have an announcement made on our show, please email Mr. Gordon at gordonw@pcsb.org. If you are a student, please have your club sponsor or coach send the email. Like us on Facebook at Clearwater Digital Media Productions for a look at some of this year's podcasts. Check out the CDMP Clearlight, running all day for new announcements. Thank you for watching CTN. Have a great tornado day.